Alright everyone, we posted a video last night in regards to the dataset and Planet X2, but I wanted to show something a little bit different. I received a disc from my friend Boris in my little group here. Since I just got this machine, I don't have an SD to IEC adapter ready. But anyways, he has CGMS 2007 on the disc. That's the first thing on the disc. However, you'll see that there's another app on there too, and I'll show you that in just a moment. But I'm going to move the camera down here. Apologize for the stuff. Is an actual UART modem connects to Wi-Fi. I've gotten the instructions from Alwyz. He makes all this information about the StrikeLink Wi-Fi and specifics on how to commands connecting it to the Wi-Fi network, and also if you want to use an external power supply versus the internal power supply to the Commodore 64. There's several reasons for that, but he gives you the warning not to do it at the same time. Now what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and type a load incorrectly, hopefully this time. Sorry about that. And it's going to be on the disk. It's coming out of the Commodore 1541 floppy drive to the 64 and to this screen. I also wanted to let everyone be aware that the power supply is made by Ray Carlson. Very nice power supply. He uses very high quality products, and they are worth the extra money. I actually got this one after I bought another one that was brand new in the box that was not Commodore made, because I've heard of the epoxy issues. But anyways, it is loading to the software. Now, because I'm using the star, it's using block 0 to run this particular app. CGMS 2007 version 6. And the reason for using this program is because it has modifications to the actual excuse me, to the actual system to allow it to connect over the internet, because there is a TCP wrapper in the actual modem itself. It's going to take it just a minute. In just a moment we will see the main menu, and there is some sound to this. So I'm going to turn up the volume just a little bit, not too much. Alright, so now we're in CGMS. The instructions stated I needed to do some commands in specifically in ASCII. It's actually specifically called ASCII and ANSI, which is called ANSCII mode. I'm not going to do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to press enter, and it's going to tell me this is the actual mod for the modem. It actually shows my IP address at my office, so it's okay. And Alwyz is the maker of the mods to the software and the modem itself. I don't know if you saw the picture or not, if it was clear on the recording. But I'm going to go ahead and dial into the service. Use standard AT set commands. So we're going to connect to his service called the Afterlife. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm moving the camera back and forth. It's really kind of cumbersome to do it one-handed and keep it straight. There we go. This one you have to actually hit the delete key. But it's actually very, very simple. I'm not going to show my login information. Just give me a second here. There we go. And once you type it, then it goes to stars, so it's not a big deal. And whenever it loads, whenever you register for the first time, you will get 59 minutes to get set up. With more use of the service, you will receive more stuff. And there's my username. If you want to send me an email on there, which is what it is. Let's see here. I'm not going to go to the graffiti wall. And it says Merry Christmas to all. So we're going to hit some of these require you to use the shift key, but I have the pause turned off. It's really kind of slow, but it also brings back the nostalgic aspect of everything. And all of this is coming from a Wi-Fi modem with a TCP wrapper and this little device here. The light goes off when you connect. It's a really good device. It's actually very inexpensive. He sells these for $23 shipped to the United States, and to other countries there is more shipping, but he does make a good quality product, because I've seen these things go for $40 or $50, which makes no sense at all. But a very good device. You can upgrade it with different firmware, but I wouldn't recommend just leave it alone and go from there. The game that I have downloaded on the disc is called Pullout, and I actually got it from the list of downloads area. I just was wanting to try it because I'd never done it before, and I had to read up on it before I had to do it, but I kind of did it wrong, and I'll show you why. So right now we're going to hit O to disconnect, and it's asking me, are you sure you want to log off? And it's going to disconnect. And as soon as it's come back, it says no carrier. I have 2 minutes, 7 seconds. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and turn off my Commodore 64. And I'll turn it back on. I know there's a key combination to reset it, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and have to load. And I'm going to do the $ sign because I want to let you listen to this directory structure in regards to this disk. I'm going to type a list. It does it like this. Now, you'll notice that 0 is the alias that links to this program right here. But also, this is the settings for the modem. I saved them. But then there's also this one called pullout.prg. I didn't realize you could just type in the name. It would bring the program type along with it. So I didn't have to do all that. But unfortunately, it's the way it goes. So what I can do here is, instead of doing that star, I say load pullout.prg in quotation at disk 8. And it's going to go ahead and start searching. It's now going to start loading. Now, the game is really awkward and weird, but it has a demonstration on how it works, because you use a joystick for it, as well as the keys. And when I run it, here it is. And this is a pretty recent game. You can use a joystick in port number 2, which is, well, they recommend 2 because the port number 1 shares the keyboard, WS80 and space. Button to start, which is space bar, or down for instructions. I'm going to go ahead and do down. Down is S. Fill in the grid by moving left to right before energy runs out. Magnets slow you down. Traps will take energy, collect for bonus energy, and eat a complete level and avoid the Guardian. Now, when I first played this, I didn't realize the Guardian was fast as heck. If you fill the grid quota, it'll do that. So we're going to go ahead and start. It's WSAD. You'll see what's going to happen. So that's the Guardian right there. And as you go through the grid, it makes different noises as you're going down to the different grid. Oh, sheesh. But you get the idea. The levels get harder, and they have different blocks and different things like that, but I'll show you in a second. Play for just a minute. I want to show you that E. Oh, it's fast. There's the E right there. Hold on here. There you go, level complete. And it comes up to a bonus stage if you hit a certain amount. And these bonus stages are just like this. They have 2 E's. But of course you have to do it in a certain amount of time, otherwise you won't get the level. And avoid these magnets, because they'll hold on to you. Oh, get off me, boy. Ooh. That's the problem with this stuff, is you have to be really good at what you do. And that took me a life there. But if you hit run, it stops the game. I think it... Oh, it actually doesn't. It pauses the game is what it does. But that's just a demonstration of this particular one, because you can use the punter and X modem protocol, tell them what you want to download, initiate the download, but it's actually pretty straightforward. These games are not very big and can fit on these floppies, which is a good thing, because I didn't know if the write head on this drive would work, and it does. So I want to thank Boris for providing me this disc, so I could go ahead and do some actual dialing in and some testing, and I really appreciate it. If you'd like to check out the StrikeLink modem itself, the StrikeLink modem can be purchased at 1200baud.wordpress.com. Alwyz is the actual main guy. I'm going to put this thing right here so you can take a look at the actual stuff in terms of where you need to get it and his email address. But he's very good at what he does, responds very nice, and gives you some ideas and support locally made U.S. products. So this guy makes it in the U.S. and is a real good product. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and we'll see you on the other side.